All right, so we're going to talk about reflections now. A reflection is exactly that. It's like a mirror image, a reflection. So it gets flipped over an axis or a line called the line of reflection. But more often than not, we're just going to do a line as an axis. We're not usually going to do this to you at this point. It's just going to be one of the axes. So these are going to be congruent images. If you watched the last video, you'll remember congruent means it has the same angle measurement, same side measurement. So a reflection over the x-axis will result in the y being opposite. This negative does not necessarily mean it's going to be negative. It just means it's going to be the opposite of what this is. Same thing with a flip over the y-axis. The x is going to be what's opposite, not negative necessarily, just opposite. So these are the coordinates for our pre-image. And like I said, when you flip over the x-axis, the y is what's going to be opposite. So x stays the same because we're flipping over the x-axis, so my x stays the same. And then I make my y opposite. So the opposite of positive is negative. The opposite of positive, negative. The opposite of a positive, negative. And then I'll draw it out. And this is what it looks like. Yes, I know it's a lumpy triangle. Just deal with it. It's flipped over the x-axis. It went shadoop, floop, flip. So now I change my color for my next image. Now we're flipping over the y-axis. So we look at our pre-image coordinates, and the y stays the same because we're flipping over the y-axis. So I have, yikes, we're going to redo that 8 because it looks like a swamp monster. All right, 8. 3. Oh, God. 3. Now we're going to make these opposites. So the opposite of a positive is a negative. -3, 8. -3, 3. -7. Finally, something that doesn't have a curve. There we go. And then I'm going to draw it out. And here's what it looks like. We flipped over here over the y-axis. And the way that you would put these in words, for this one, you'd say we reflected over the y-axis. For this one, you'd say we'd reflected over the x-axis. These are really easy to describe. It's hard to do at first. What I tell people is to do it without even writing the coordinates. I go, okay, start at your axis, count how far away it is. All right, count how far away it is in the opposite direction. It's still going to get you there. Same here. If I pick C, count how far away it is from the x-axis. And then count how far away it is in the opposite direction. That'll get you there just the same as writing the coordinates out and then putting it there. All right, we're halfway through our notes.